today may not be the world you experience in another couple of years. Right? So world is constantly changing. And also the companies are looking for business models that allow them to be more flexible, right? So companies are always looking for business models and trying to be flexible. Right? Flexibility is really important for clients, for businesses, and all the parties in the world. So people are searching for that models. Now, for one good example, during COVID pandemic, the businesses realized that technology could help them pivot from one site to on site to work from home, right? On site, right? Pivot from on site to work from home and back again without creating a logistics nightmare. Because when all the employees are attending, they are coming to the office, you have to arrange all the required logistics. They have to have separate rooms, they have to have separate tables, chairs, air conditioning, all the other facilities, maybe refreshments, tea, everything. But when you push an employee to go for work from home, considering his nature of the job, right, then you are not investing in all those uh, facilities that were supposed to be given to the employee, right? Then, especially if you are a digital business, that kind of work from home option can be very normal because your employees may be joining the business online, right? They may be joining to the work platform online. Therefore, that will bring the enormous benefits to the digital business model, right? One concept is the flexibility. The second concept is the scalability. You can scale up or down your business whenever you want and basically depending on the situation, right? So with scalability, processes match fluctuations in the workload. When the workload is changing, according to that workload change, the processes can be flexible. Processes may flex, right? And then digital businesses, what they can quickly do is they can quickly scale up. Either they can scale up, they can improve the size of the business, or down. Either they can scale up or scale down to meet the needs of the organization, right? Depending on what is the need of the organization, they can either scale up or scale down. Now, for an example, a scalable business can effectively onboard new employees during periods of growth or expand their data storage uh, when taking on a large client, right? You can understand that situation. When you are growing, you can improve your scale. When you are declining in size, I mean, when you are running low on your orders or operations, you can scale down your operations or the infrastructure facilities and consumption required. Then that means you can reduce your cost whenever your scale is down, right? Then you can improve. Even if you are scaling up your operation, the meaning is you are earning more revenue. Therefore, you can match your revenue with the scale. So that scalability is another prerequisite or concept running under the digital businesses, right? And then the culture. The culture of a digital business is not the same as the culture of a normal business, right? If you look at uh, digital businesses, they require changing how the employees operate, right? How employees work in the organization, how teams are built, right? If your business is becoming a true digital business, you basically need not, right? You don't have to bring all the employees physically to the workplace, but wherever the employees are, you have to make sure your staff to be on board when you are truly becoming a digital business, right? They are on board on all the decisions. They are supporting all your decisions, and a team culture will have to be maintained in many digital businesses. So, though the tech leaders in your organization may be at the forefront of this work, right? You can see tech leaders are the ones who are leading this kind of initiatives when your business is becoming digital. And they are building the philosophy of productivity, efficiency, and automation. This will have to be inculcated in all the departments in their vision, mission, and their objectives to make sure the organization becomes successful, right? So from the leaders to the other employees, these cultural values will have to be inculcated to make sure they are ready to operate a digital business model. Right? Now, for example, there are certain cultures. In that culture, people don't do anything beyond their job profile, work profile, right? But when it comes to a digital business, you can't ask your employees to be highly restricted on their job profiles and not to provide certain services. Sometimes some employees are reluctant to provide the service. I mean, to take someone else's work just because that is not their part of the job, right? But in digital business, you can't have a culture like that. One employee should be given a complete piece of work, so he should be having access and authority to do all those tasks. And in no time, the client will have to be, addressed or serviced, or client will have to be provided with the product or the service. And then that type of flexible culture should be there, right? And also, another concept is the quality, right? You can't be running at low quality and conduct a digital business, right? Because when it becomes a digital business, people always have a doubt, because before ordering the product or before consuming the product, people don't get a chance to touch and feel the product or touch and understand what is the nature of the product. Sometimes they may see an image of the product. They may just see an experience or some demonstration of the product usage. But when you are really consuming it, if that is in a different quality, then rather than then that will be a serious problem if it is not in the right quality, if it is not in the expected quality by the customer, right? So often we become swept up with the innovation for innovation's sake, right? The companies just do innovations because all are saying them to do innovations, right? All motivational speakers, they say always innovate. Therefore, just for the sake of doing it, businesses may try to innovate, but it is not what adds value to your business. You have to understand that. And if your new processes aren't enhancing quality, right? Your added features, if your innovative features are not adding quality to your product or the service, then you have to rethink of your strategy, right? Therefore, if you're running a digital business, you have to make sure quality as a top priority. Therefore, it becomes an important concept of digital businesses, right? Okay. So now we are looking at the digital businesses versus e-business, right? So when we talk about digital business, some examples we feel like these businesses are e-businesses, right? Electronic businesses. But there is a slight difference between digital business and e-business itself, right? So we will see what are the differences, what is the difference between the digital business and e-businesses, right? So shall we take a very short break of 10 minutes and then get back to the lesson, right? So now the time is 6:46. By 6:56, I will start the lesson again, right? We'll take a short break to drink some water, and I want you all to have a small cup of tea, and then we will start the rest of the slides. We have around some 7 to 8 slides to complete.